There's a few sections of the road that are worse than they've ever been. But even on our worst day, I've still been able to get up to the property. This has caused us to consider getting a vehicle that might be a designated road vehicle for days just like that. Thought about buying an old mid-80s Suburban and putting some big mud terrain tires on it and literally using that for 2.6 miles. Once I got up to the property, I got a good fire going using some of the old siding. It was snowing, it was cold. Mindy and Terrell had been stuck for almost an hour, and Terrell was trying to get a hold of me, didn't have cell service. I grabbed the backhoe, ran over and pulled him out. We both looked at each other knowing that we've got some challenges ahead of us when it comes to that road. But we'll figure it out. These things are okay, and thank goodness both of our wives are on board. We definitely have our good days and bad days, and I'm sure once my wife is driving that up and down on a daily basis, that might cause her to maybe be a little bit more apt to spending some money on the road. But the bottom line is it's a county road. So if we spend thousands and thousands of dollars on that county road, it guarantees really nothing. So we may have to fight that road for a few years before there's enough money or enough gravel on it to where it's not a problem. I edited this video in a way that I haven't done in a long time, which I basically just sped it up by tenfold. So this is a solid day's worth of work. Drilling, pulling wires. In some cases, I'm having to home run the wires all the way back to the box to make sure that I got sufficient power for this bank of about 8 outlets. I actually enjoy this work. It's causing me to think a little bit, and I'm learning something new. This is always enjoyable. Granted, I haven't gotten to the hard stuff yet. I've learned that there's phases of work during this process that are just simply phases that have to be done regardless of how I feel about them. There are some things that I look forward to, and there's some things that just have to be done. I look forward to this within reason because it's, again, something new, and I'm learning as I'm going. I'm not really looking forward to drywall because I know it's going to take a lot of time and a tremendous amount of effort. But what I know comes after drywall is what I constantly think about, and that is when the house is going to start to come to life. The paint. I can't wait to find the right cabinets that I'm going to paint and restore, or whatever we're going to do. We'll find some used cabinets somewhere. I believe there's a soul in there waiting to be identified and take shape. I don't want this to be like any other house. I want this to be our house, very unique to us, and we'll decorate it accordingly. Getting the electrical done is just a step in that direction. So far I've used about 500 feet of 12-2 wire and 250 feet of 14-2 wire. I'm taking time to mark the wires and identify the wires in 2 spots. The last little 3-inch piece of the wire has the identification on it, as well as the last piece going into the box, so I can see both on the outside and the inside what I'm working with. This is for the dryer. I'm having to home run it all the way back so it has its own circuit on a designated line. We will again use a propane dryer, so I'm just putting the 110 volts in necessary to power the dryer. This is for the washing machine. Again, home run it all the way back to the panel on its own circuit. I ended up breaking up the entire upstairs into 4 sections of outlets, which consisted of about 7 outlets on each circuit. Again, using 12-2 wire. It started out as a wet, snowy, kind of gloomy morning. Then the storm blew out and the sun showed up and it turned into a beautiful afternoon. I love hearing the creek running. It's quite loud. Noises carry a long way around here. But it seems to represent a seasonal change, and this is good. You know, I almost didn't come up today. It's a muddy mess up here. I had some other things I needed to get done. Matter of fact, I stayed down all day yesterday. Myself and my son Rhett went and found another dirt bike for him. And I didn't come up all day. After a late morning, I finally got up here. And right as I got up here, I noticed my gate was open, which was not normal. And then I looked around and quickly saw Terrell walking towards me and discovered they were pretty badly stuck. So I had the opportunity to help them get unstuck. We seem to be going back and forth. He helps me, I help him, and I think that's just how it's always going to be. But then I couldn't get the last of the electrical finished because I was out of wire. And the one store in town that sells it didn't have it, and I didn't want to drive an hour to get it. So I've gotten everything finished that I can get done. I'm going to run down and get some more wire. It's beautifully sunny outside. Everything's melting. We got a tremendous rainstorm over the last day and a half, and I came up here thinking it would be worse, and it's actually about the same, but the snow's going away real fast. So all I have left to do upstairs is the smoke detectors, and I'm going to home run the bathroom GFI outlets, and then that's it, and I'm done. So I've got a little bit more work to do. Depending on how late it is, after I get back up here, I may come back up and do a little bit more work, but it's been a good day. I feel confident in what I've gotten done, so I may just call it for today and start again on Monday. But things are going pretty fast. Monday I will start to figure out the three-way switches, which really for now all I have to do is get the wiring in. Once the wiring's in, I know where to put the 14-3 wire. Once that's in, I will really not have to worry about it until after drywall is done, assuming I do it right. But it's going good. I'm again, like I said, I'm out of wire, so I think I'm just going to call it for the weekend and get back up here Monday.